Good morning everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome back to yet another AFK journey video. So this time around we are back with Talk with Designers for the next season, Waves of Intrigue. So for those of you guys who are new to the game, the Talk with Designer is basically a short series where the designers share the future game plans for AFK Journey, as well as talk about upcoming contents or even discuss pointers where I think there's a lot of hype around, or there's a lot of people feedbacking about, or even complaining about. Okay, so that's for Talk with Designers, and this time around is covering the next season. So this post over here addresses quite a few pointers, right? For the newer players, I think the first few pointers are for the newer players, which I'll talk about. And then most importantly is the rewards redemption. So this is something that concerns me because I'm currently in the Song of Strife season, so I'll also talk about it. And without further ado, let's start with the very first few pointers, which are all for the newer players. So first question, right? What does the season in AFK Journey look like? So for those of you guys who just joined us in the Asia Pacific region, most of you guys are in the base story, which is what we call the pre-season. So from your Holy Stone all the way to Dark Forest, all the way to Vadoso Mountain, right? All the way to the very last map. Can't actually remember the name, but basically you cover all the maps. So you reach level 240, you get all your artifacts to level 10, you clear through all the Dream Realm bosses. That's the pre-season. That's the base story, right? And then for the season itself, is basically like an extension to the story itself. Let me go into my game to show you guys. So right here, I'm currently in my Joyous Feast. Remember to do it. There's a few like a free rewards over here. So there's nobody who released the plane, but okay, right here, right? For the new season itself, we will get a few new features, right? Number one, we will be getting the seasonal artifacts. So this has been confirmed in the post previously that there will be new seasonal artifacts, so we can definitely stay tuned for that. Let me level up my artifact over here. Okay, so seasonal artifact, and then we also have the seasonal equipments, which are more power ups for the characters. As you guys can see, it's season equipment at the top left hand corner, so just more stats, better equipments. And for this season specifically, known as a Song of Strife season, we have seasonal skills. Okay, so usually for the season itself, or at least based on Song of Strife experience, a season is usually binded to a certain storyline. So for Song of Strife, it was a very Mauler-centric theme. So like we get additional maps, as you guys can see. Bottom right, there's this like hammer. So this hammer is like a seasonal sign. So Ashen Waste, Eroded Enclave, as well as Crimson Highland, they're all Mauler-centric maps, which are Song of Strife season maps itself. Okay, so let's go into all of those maps and take a look so that you guys can roughly know what to expect, right, for the new maps itself. So for this season, right, Waves of Intrigues, it's apparently like a pirate undead theme. So it's a very high chance it revolves around the Graveborn as well as the Lightbearer. So we shall see. So we will see more of our Graveborn characters, because in Song of Strife we've seen quite a bit of the Maulers, right? We have seen Kruger's story, we have seen Elsa as well as Soren, who are the main characters. We have also seen like a Brutus story, right? Citrana story and Tendra story, how they are linked all together. So that's for the Song of Strife season. And for this one, it's probably gonna be the remaining character like Carolina, Torrent, how Cecile is in an undead faction, for example. But there's gonna be some pirate team, right? So it could be linked to the new character. So we shall see how they bring the story to us, at least from the story perspective for the season itself. Okay, so basically each season is just like a brand new storyline with additional power-ups, with changes to all the different upgrading features, so that there's some variance in terms of gameplay, new threats, new bosses, as well as new units to come. Okay, so that's for the season itself. And then right, there's also this notice: once you reach the required resonance level, which is 240 for the base story, right, once you finish up all the chapters itself, your server must be open for at least 40 days. So 40 days, for example, if you start your account today, right, even if you finish everything within 1 month, you still have to wait for 10 more days before the new season open. Okay, so that's something that you guys need to know. 40 days from your server start. So you can track it from your all hero login. Every day you log in, you get that like 1 additional count. So once you reach 40, you will be able to go into the new season. And then each season lets you and your heroes explore new areas, experience exciting stories, meet new heroes, enjoy new gameplay, and earn plenty of rewards. Okay, so that's basically for the season stuff. And then will my game progress reset in a new season? so this is something that I think the new players definitely will be concerned about. No, the answer is no. You just build on whatever you have. For example, at the end of season, right, pre-season itself, you end off at 240. You will start off at 240 from there. So you just grow your levels from there. That's why my account is over 1000 plus levels. But there's some changes in terms of the leveling, which I'm not gonna talk about. But it's not a reset. Everything that you have built up in your account so far will still exist, and you still will be able to get all the base buffs from the pre-season story. Okay, so that's for the progression reset. So all your progression during starter story, including hero correction, hero tiers, exclusive equipment upgrades, resonant class equipment artifacts, are considered non-seasonal contents. Yeah, so they're basically split into a separate category, but they still exist, so you can definitely still use them. Obviously, I think the non-seasonal upgrades, they are sometimes not so good, at least after a bit, once the levels of your seasonal stuff actually reach a certain point. So that's something to take note of. Okay, so there will be a unique progression system, like for Song of Strife itself is all those stuff that I mentioned, and seasons are their way of addressing issues like power creep, feature overload, and high barriers for returning players. We aim to prevent the stats from growing endlessly, ensure players can focus on a manageable number of features to play, and make sure returning players won't feel left behind. So their goal is to keep the story of Vesperia engaging and captivating for everyone, no matter how long their journey takes. Yeah, okay, so the very last paragraph, I got to agree to a certain extent, because I think some people disagree with me when I say that the seasonal feature is actually a good way to address returning player issues, because people say that, yeah, your heroes are not progressing and you're not going to keep up because your heroes are not progressing if you have quitted the game for quite a bit. But I disagree, because yes, your heroes might not be able to catch up, but as you guys know, there'll always be new power creeps, better characters. So once you come back, right, you can go after the latest and strongest characters, and then, right, with all these seasonal resets with regards to the other level up features like your equipments as well as your like your different character power-ups and stuff, you will have a more manageable, I'll say, like returning experience compared to, like, for example, if a game is a linear progression. So players who have been playing the game just grows their account infinitely, and then if you haven't been playing the game for 1 or 2 months, once you come back, you're just way behind, and then there's no like reset feature for people to just come in and then retry everything. So that's why I do agree with the very last paragraph, but I think it's how they manage it to make it such that, you know, the experience is, I'll say, enjoyable for everyone, right? Like not too slow for the existing players, but not like a massive gap that the returning players can never catch up. So like that's something that I hope to just point out. Like so far I'm okay with the seasonal thing, but I know there are some people with a lot of concerns about it, so we'll save that for another video. But that's for the story progression reset side. Okay, so this is their way of addressing power creep, feature overload, as well as high barriers for returning players. So that's for the second question. So what's coming in the new season? So there is a new story, which is what I mentioned with regards to the, I'll say, like the Ghost Pirate team. So probably Graveborn side, I think. Yeah, Ghost Pirate should be Graveborn. So new gameplay. So fishing is not technically not a new game mode, probably like new fishing spots in the new map. Yeah, probably newer bosses, right? Crystal Beetle is one of the primal lords for Song of Strife, so the Crystal Beetle should return as one of the Dream Realm bosses, so we should be able to see the boss next season. And then we will have more guides videos coming up. We also have a seasonal reset, which means that there will be newer strategies to tackle each Dream Realm bosses, which is more content for me. Yay! So that's something that I enjoy. So that's pretty much it for the new season stuff. So obviously there's always the gifts and rewards, which are always going to be there. If they're not there, then you won't be motivated to do it. So what should I keep in mind before starting a new season? So brief overview: each season starts and ends globally at the same time, so everyone has access to the same content. If you want to explore past season, you can do so in peaks of time. Okay, so this is for those of you guys who maybe quitted halfway but you haven't finished all the Song of Strife stuff. There's this new, or this was known as the Temporal Nexus. Basically it's like just a archive of all the older season stuff which they mentioned, so you can just go in and re-experience everything. And I think the rewards are still kept for that season progression, so like for the open world reward should still be there. Okay, access area, replay stories previous season. Okay, so this is Song of Strife season will be available on October 1st with the launch of the peaks of time feature. So players who have completed the main story quest of the starter story will be able to access this season. Okay, so I'm guessing right now, you guys, those of you guys who are on the new season itself, you guys will be jumping into the Waves of Intrigue season, right? So this way, everybody is on the same season. And then Song of Strife, which is what we are on, what the global or the older players are on, will be moved to Peaks of Time. So for those of you guys who are in the C server, the newer servers, the VN, CN, all the new servers, TW server, for example, if you are watching my video as a TW player, then you will be able to still experience Song of Strife, but it's not something that will affect your progression. I think it's just that you experience the story and then you get the open world rewards itself. So you know, when you explore the open worlds, there are like a bunch of gems, a bunch of rewards, then you can actually get all the upgrading stuff for that season specifically. So they'll probably lock it into Peaks of Time, and then it doesn't affect your account progression for this season. So your account progression for this season strictly will be on the Waves of Intrigue season. So that's what I assume, and we shall see how they actually do this once it gets released officially, because they announced that there will be this story archive for past seasons for people to come back and enjoy them in case they have left the game for quite a bit. Okay, so that's for the Peaks of Time. And then we have compared to the Song of Strife season, getting a new Waves of Intrigue season is now much easier. You can unlock it by reaching Resonance level 240, completing the Tales, Rhyhem Tales, Star Story to help balance the experience between early and late starters. Okay, we'll stop miss AFK rewards and instant AFK rewards, so you won't fall too far behind if you enter the new season a few days late. Okay, additionally, the baseline level feature will help get the bridge between players of different levels. As you progress, the stat growth for Resonance level will slow down to avoid a significant disparity between long time and new players. I guess to a certain extent, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it does actually, to be honest, because now, like, you guys can see the effect of this. I think for older players who are in the Song of Strife, I can roughly see like this stat line thing affecting the power level a little bit. But at the same time, because now we are all jumping onto Waves of Intrigue, you guys on the C server will be jumping into the Waves of Intrigue together with us. You guys will see that we are able to concurrently progress on the same storyline without infinitely pumping out the base account power level, because whatever we get in the new season itself, right, will be kept in the new season. So once we move on to the next season, it's like a refresh, right, based on that months of progression that we did. Yeah, so okay, I mean, there will still be some stuff which I think you will be behind a bit in terms of, for example, like the gems you accumulated, the pools that you got over like that one whole season, as well as like some of the additional, for example, temporal essences, twilight essences, which will still make the account for the older players a little bit stronger. But at least from the levels perspective, the older players can still come back and keep up, because there's this resonance level, which is basically like additional levels which gives additional stats. So I guess they probably balance that. Hopefully they do a good job. I don't know, because we don't have a cross season comparison, but probably, right, this is something that they learned a lesson from, because there was some big hoo-ha previously. But this baseline level feature, for those of you guys who do not know, is like basically a cap for the different game modes. So for us in the Song of Strife right now, it's 560 for the Dream Realm side. Yeah, so like I'm currently level 1000 plus, but it is not that important because there's this baseline feature. So the stats after this like 500 is sort of limited. Like the additional stat gain is a lot less to sort of cap the max level you need to reach. So like the other players can sort of catch up, right? Because if every single day I'm progressing like 100 levels and somebody is like 3 days late, so you'll be missing like 3 days worth of levels, and then suddenly he can't catch up. But with this baseline feature, eventually once we reach like this 500 baseline, the gap will actually be smaller, and then the players who started late or is a little bit slower will be able to catch up. So that's what they mean by the baseline level. If you guys are interested to talk more about all this leveling stuff, I'll probably do another video, so just let me know down in the comment section below. So now let's take a look at the next stuff, which is more for the existing Song of Strife players. So this is something that I think the most of my viewers will be interested about, is the season rewards calculation. Okay, so there's a point system, so we get 10 points per level. Okay, so right now I'm 1000 For example, now if I'm like level 1000, I'm getting 10,000 points. Okay, season equipment levels, I'm 500, so you get a max of 2,000 from there. Season artifact 1 to 10, 160. Wait, is it an individual seasonal artifact? I think so, right? From 1 to 20 and 50 points per level for level 21. And I think it's per artifact because there's quite a few artifacts for Song of Strife season. So I think it's per artifact. Okay, interesting. And we have Magic Charm. Oh yeah, Magic Charm is one of the features that will also be in Wave of Intrigue. So Magic Charm, 20 points for each mythic Magic Charm, up to 400 Magic Charm and a maximum of 8,000 points. Yeah, I think I definitely have 400 charms. Let me just do a quick check for my account so you guys can see like for those of you guys who are new, you guys know what I'm talking about. So Magic Charm is basically this feature over here. So we will be getting this Magic Charm feature for the game, so we can check how many Magic Charm we have. So these are all the unique mythic level white color Magic Charm. So I think I should have the maximum, I think, because I have like 10 across the board, so that's like minimally 30 per character. So right here it's a max of 400. So let's just take like if I have at least 30 for each character, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? So 8 from the warrior class, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 from the rogue class, 18, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, 27, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 46. Yeah, I definitely have. So I should be able to hit the max cap, which is the 6,000 points. Okay, so I think the biggest point giver will be seasonal levels. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if you are really high level, chances are you're spending your gems to get your daily hourglasses. Yeah. Okay, so this is the points calculation, so you guys can sort of gauge how much points you'll be getting. I'm assuming, right? The seasonal artifacts should be a per artifact calculation, because like I don't think there's many people with like everything in sync. I don't even think there's anyone with everything in sync, because like for example for me right now, this is how my artifact looks like. I have 2 level 27, 1 level 21, then the rest are level 20. So I assume it's a per artifact calculation. So from there you guys can gauge how much resource you will get and calculate the points. And let's take a look at what's the rewards over here. So 5 invite letter per 1,000 point, and then 10 at 6,000. Okay, so upwards to a total of 60 invite letter with 15 epic invite letter, upwards to 10,000 points with the gem value. Okay, I think it's an accumulative gem value, right? So let's say if I hit 10,000, we'll get 60, 15, and 23,000 diamonds. Neat. Okay, like if I base it off my own calculation, I should be close to the 20,000 range, and then we'll be getting 1 diamond per 10 points. Okay, so I think a few thousand diamonds there, I guess. Yeah, a few thousand diamonds. Twilight Essence. Oh, Twilight Essence. Oh, okay. So this is for EX 20 to 25. I know, EX 15 to 25. Okay. Really neat. Honestly speaking, I don't know how to evaluate the value of the rewards, to be honest. Yeah, 23,000 is how much? 100 summons around there. I'm assuming I'm getting close to 250 summons, at least based on my current points right now. So 250 summons for myself with this epic invite letter. I'm not including epic, by the way. I'm just calculating invite letter with my diamond value. So I'm thinking like I'm probably getting a 30,000+ diamonds with a lot of invite letters, and then some invite letter with Twilight Essence. Okay, so like 200 pulls. It's not too bad. I mean, considering that it's like a post-season reset for my effort. So that's that. Okay, so let me know what you think, right, about this reward system, as well as whether or not you're contented with this points to your rewards value for those of you guys who are free to play, especially because this will actually give you more pulls based on how much points you have. So if you guys know this reward system, right, you guys can calculate, okay, whether or not you want to spend like the 50 diamonds per day to get additional EXP so that you get more seasonal levels, which can translate to more pulls over here, right? So you guys can do do the math yourself. I'll leave it to you guys. So that's it for this video. Basically just a short update from the designer side, as well as a prep for the newer players to let them know what to expect for the new season itself. Let me know what you think about this post, about the new season, about the features to come, as well as questions with regards to the new season itself. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. See you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.